Yeah, it does. What the fuck? That's good. Not really, I don't like snakes. Hello, Richard. Hello, Kingdom. I like how you guys give me compliments and accent on drawing before I even finish it. Does it make more sense till I finish it? Why every time I join a live stream with no people, people start joining in millions of crowds? Not sure why. Anyway, let's see. Very cool. Thank you. Okay. Anyway, nice drawing. Thank you. I appreciate it. Why don't you try to make? Why don't you try to make anime? You mean like animation in the sense of an anime style? Is that what you're asking? Are you going to make? Nope. I didn't know you stream this. No, I just felt like streaming tonight. I don't stream this late. I'm just up. I couldn't sleep. Really early. Charles World today. Let me see. I have a long day, so hopefully your day is good. Hopefully, let's hope. Let's hopefully. Let's turn this down. I'll show you that now. Hello, makers too. What's that? I love how you guys love it before I even finish the sketch. That's so weird. Why like the sketch? It's like, damn. Oops. Nothing else. Okay. Damn, should I have boobies? For the sussy commenters out here, I'm just saying English or Spanish. It's like, goddamn, huh? Okay. You're so talented. Thank you. I appreciate it. Move on. Okay. Also, my phone brothers can read your search history. Cool. Let me see. Everybody just look. You guys are weird, I swear. uh, top row. Every Nightbot's going crazy by her outfit. For me, it's not late night anime sketch. For me, it's morning sketch. Oh, good for you. Okay, God bless. I guess you're on the other side of the world. Good morning to you, though. This looks beautiful. Thank you. Okay. Wait. My thing is I'm catching second wind and cringe. How come? It sounds 2 a.m. where I am. Okay, it's sound. I should Princess Zelda. Nope, I'm not drawing no one. I'm just doing sketches. If I said Princess Zelda, I would have just put Zelda. I don't know how to make you feel better, honestly. You telling me it's not going to make you feel better. It's going to be disingenuous from that point, honestly. I don't think I should be the person to make you feel better, to be honest. Let me see here. What? Alright, how many years are you drawing? I've been drawing since I was 6, but I didn't take my job seriously until I was like 23, 24. I'm 29 now. Artextric, any mods banned or else not found for the what? Any mods banned on what? Not found for the. Not really sure you mean. So, let me see. I subscribe. Cool, cool. Supers. Are you giving the drawing any? I don't know. We'll see. It's just a sketch. I'm more just working on how I'm feeling with the drawing. This is too far down. You can't supposed to see this. Let's see. Finally, a good stream that isn't random dudes screaming, don't call me a noob. Screaming. What streams you hitting up, bro? What are you drawing? I'm just sketching. I'm just sketching. I'm not doing a fan art, I'm just doing sketches. Okay. I just like it when streamers notice my comments. I can tell. Let me see. I like your drawing. Thank you. How to get good at anatomy. Practice. Understand your shapes, forms, and then apply them within the idea of gesture figure drawing. So that's what you need to do. Focus on those 3 things first if you're just starting. To get good at anatomy, understand shapes and form, because that's ultimately what anatomy is going to turn out to be anyway. It doesn't matter how many body parts you know or muscle names. If you can't draw it, it's just kind of pointless. But it's good to know what body part is which or where they're supposed to be. That's good to know, but if you can't draw it, it's pointless. So just practice to failure. Just keep doing it till you get it. That's literally what it is. Please tell me you're gonna put a load of earrings, please. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just going based on how I feel. This is much better than my drawings. I wish I can draw. You can draw like this. Anyone can draw like this. I'm not doing anything special with my artwork, my sketches. I'm just literally taking my time and not trying to be like super accurate right now. I'm just trying to get the overall concept in my head, and then I'll apply it later. Like this part is too far up. Oops. Okay, do you support? No, I'm not for that shit. Don't come in here and ask me that, please. No, do not bring that in here. This is not a political stream. Please don't. Decent grasp of basics of structure, but the moment I try to add detail on top of everything, it goes down here. So what's happening? It's not the detail that's causing your trouble. What's happening is, are you flipping your canvas by any chance? Because if you're not flipping your canvas, if you're using digital, or are you doing traditional or are you doing digital? So that's I think what's plaguing you is that you need to keep the balance of your drawing intact. Okay, you're fine. You don't have to keep saying sorry. Just don't do it again, please. I feel like I hear rain in the. No, that's just a fan. It's really hot today, so I just have the fan on. Sorry about that if it's passing through. It's not doing it. I'm sorry about that. If you hear it, that's literally the fan. How do I pronounce your name? Is it Coda? Is that how it's Coda? That's what I refer to you as Coda, based on the symbols. No, it's very nice. I like the background. I hope so. I hope it's not too protruding. I know it could be a little annoying, or if it's like overpower my voice. I'm sorry about that. It's fucking hot. I can't sit in here in this burning room. I can't do it. I know it's an inconvenience, but like, I'm sorry, I can't. It's calming. Okay, cool. Well, as long as you guys are okay with it, that makes it easy on me, but then again, I know it could be a bit annoying for some. I understand. Okay, this is clean. I feel like this back is a little bit too... about there. I think that's much better. And then what we're gonna do... Okay, good. That looks a little better. And then we're gonna fix these legs because they're not looking quite accurate at all. And that's okay. Fine. My Lemon Demon is my favorite song. My Lemon Demon. Sounds like white noise though, the mic. I'm sorry. It's just the fans. I have 2 fans in here blowing in here. I have no AC. I'm sorry. It's too expensive. here. It's too wide. I don't like how wide that looks. So what I'm going to do is push. Oops. What I'm going to do. There we go. And then the shoulder. It's a little too flat here. Right there. All right. Okay, I'll wrap this around here. Okay, I love the shape and the angle you've got going, especially with the head. Yeah, what we need to keep is we don't want her looking really stiff. That's the biggest problem for most people. They'll get like the initial idea, and then what will happen is that they'll get obsessed with the idea of let me show you. So like when I drew this dude here, I was teaching this to a student. Like the problem she was having is that she was focused so much on the drawing, she was not focused on the gesture itself. And because she was not focused on the gesture, she had this stiff looking drawing. This was her initial drawing, and then I had to redo it for her again. So like the initial drawing was like this, and her focus was all the muscles. The muscles are not the problem. The problem is that they don't focus on the balance of the overall movement. If they don't get the movement correct, it doesn't matter how accurate the muscles is, it's just not going to look like the drawing that you have here. So that's when I taught her that what you need to look for is that gesture, that figure drawing, that energy line. Now there's a bunch of energy lines of line of action that can go several ways like this, right? But what I do is always make sure that the energy line goes through the head down to the feet. So this S curve will be what we need to look for. So the pivoting is from right here. So we need to pivot about here. And then the crotch will follow suit, because she asked that question how she drew the crotch, and you just need to push that because everything's going to follow this direction. And that's where the problem is coming from. For most beginners, they kind of fuck up that part. So yeah. I struggle with pose a lot. I should try pose references like that. Yeah, you should do more exaggerated stuff. The problem with a lot of people when they're doing more static poses, the funniest thing about static poses, static poses lead to more accuracy, believe it or not. So the more static the pose, the more accurate it must be, because it's such a subtle movement, right? So the more subtle, the more accurate it must be. The more exaggerated, it doesn't have to be as accurate, but it just has to resemble. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I really hope that makes sense. Does that make sense at all? Please let me know. Yeah, it does. Thank you. No problem. No problem. No problem. It's just something that plagues a lot of beginners, and I understand. I was there too, because I kept on saying, "Why does the drawing look off if I did exactly?" And the problem is they try to be accurate first and not capture the essence, the concept. Capture the essence and concept. Don't capture the accuracy first, because look, like when I first did the sketch, it looks all right, right? But when I clean it up a little bit, it looks a lot better. And then I'll do another sketch of this again. Like I'll clean it up even more to the point that it's just one whole line that becomes like the line art itself. Because this is the sketch, right? And this is the cleaner sketch. And then we'll do the sketch again to be even more cleaner to the point that it looks like line art. So that's how we do things. I think I understood what you mean. I think a similar effect happens when a still photo version is in motion. It tends to be more flattering because you see less exactly. Yeah. You're not wrong. I like how you draw the ears. Yeah, I love drawing elf girls, because the reason why is not because they're elves, it's just because the ear is so exaggerated, you don't even like pay attention too much accurately to it too much. So they're kind of a great placeholder for ears, because as long as it's long, it doesn't matter what type of elf we're talking about. Like it could be like a basic elf or a night elf or a dark elf, and depending on how long the ears are, you run with it because there's so many different types of elves. You don't have to be like contained to just one, right? So like that's what, or it could be a demon that can work too, or imp or whatever. So versus motion like a video, yeah. I like how you dress a cat. Why are the ears so sharp? They usually could be sharp. They could be rounded. Some could be really sharp depending. It could be an imp. It doesn't matter. You can make it sharp, but you can round it off if you want. If you make it more rounded, the more friendlier the character is going to look. If you make it sharp, then it make the character a lot more, I would say, more serious, more villainy, because of the sharp edges. So I can like round it off like this, but it comes off more friendlier, the rounded the ears. So I used to draw elf girls. Nice. Back, I think I did Ogre for Raid Shadow Legends as a sponsor once. And then I think I did an elf mage on the second sponsorship. So. Okay, let me see. Now I clean it up for the best as I can so it doesn't become a problem. And we have to make sure that the reference or the object is being respected based on the, what do you call it, the lip lines. Alright, why are the ears so sharp? Are you going to draw the face? I will decide to whether or not. Sometimes when I draw the sketch, I kind of keep them faceless. I sometimes just do faceless girls. Which I think sometimes frustrates my audience because it keeps that mystery, but it also frustrates them because it doesn't feel completed. But some people do like that aesthetic. I keep them like dummy-ish. Or like concept art or something. I can't draw the hair. If I did draw the hair, it will look like a monster. So what you need to realize when you're drawing hair is that the issue you probably are stemming from is that you have no point of rooting. So like the hair is coming from here. Alright, it's coming from this particular point. That's where most of the bangs are coming from, right? So what I'll do is make sure all the hair strands are coming from this particular point, right? Now, even the back end of the hair, I got the hiccups, end of the hair is going back here. Now, the issue that a lot of people do is try to draw the top of the hair in this angle. The thing is, we're looking at the character pretty neutral, but the horizon line is here. Because I can't see technically the top of the shoulder. I can, but it's just only because she's slouching, but like I can't see the top of the head or the top of the ear, so therefore the horizon line is in this particular area because she surpasses the horizon line. Everything else I can see on top of because I can see the top of the butt here, the hand here, the knees here. So therefore, anything under the horizon line, I can see the top of. I can see with the elbows right here as we're foreshortening them, right? So perspective is pretty important to learn for most, even when you're not doing any real perspective. It's a great tool to have in your arsenal when you're trying to make sense of something. Let me see here. Have you watched Fair and Beyond the Journey's End? I finished the show. It's very good in the email. I did artwork around Fair End, but I did not finish the show. I'm only on like the last episode I left off on is when her and her assistant was looking for some type of flower, and the assistant was getting tired of looking for the damn flower, given that Frieren has a lot of time on her hands in the sense of she's an elf, so she ages pretty slowly, but like the girl's like getting really impatient because she's a human to a certain extent, and for Frieren she has nothing but patience because she has all the time on her hands, but her assistant wants to learn magic or wants to leave the area that was in. I think that was episode 3 or episode 2. I try to draw anime. How long have you been live on? I only been on for 33 minutes. Could you maybe add some? Nope, I'm not doing that. I'm just. This is not about detail. This is all about just making a sketch and capturing the pose. Because from that point, I'm actually doing like a sketch, like a concept art. I'm just trying to capture the pose alongside clothes, because it's only right I put clothes on it. But after I'm done, I'm gonna move on to the next pose, because yesterday, which was he was working on this, and I wanted to finish this off. Appreciate it. I think this cannot be seen. Like that. And then put like right here. Let's see. Her foot. Okay, next question is, do you know Hasbin Hotel? I know of it. I don't really watch it, but I know of it. Okay. And the foot here is gonna curve here. Like that. Okay. Erase this. Okay. Still doesn't look good. Gotta fix that. Motherfuck, I hate that. Okay. Alright. I like Angel Dust. He's cool. Okay, why do y'all have to say... I don't know, it's a TikTok thing. It'll die off eventually. I blame Kai for that shit, but it is what it is. Fix this leg here. I really don't understand the whole gap thing. It's just, it's not that, like, you know what, Wait, bro is still alive. No, you just came in when I started streaming. It's only been 30 minutes. Okay. Try to stay sick because I feel sick. So go lay down. We'll be in the stream. Go lay down if you feel sick. And go to school and rest up. You know what I'm gonna do? Do this again. We're gonna do another pass, but this one will be much cleaner. Make sure that the lines are clean. That's the goal, to keep the lines clean as possible. We do not want the lines to, like, it's funny because I'm using a texture brush so it's going to not look as clean, but I understand what it's doing based on the aesthetic. Okay, I'm laying down. I'll be right back. Okay, hey, Silver Comet, what's going on? I like how you drew the high heels. I think it's pretty hard to get the shape. Getting the shape is actually the easy part. The problem is that because we're looking at her from a bottom up perspective, not a high bottom up perspective, more of a very neutral bottom up perspective. I don't even call it bottom up, more like a very neutral perspective. The closest thing to us right now is the feet and the hand. These are the two things that's the closest, like this leg and this hand. Everything is not further away, but it's not the closest. Let's put it that way. Actually, I don't like how elongated this face is. I like it when it's more rounded. The more rounded, the more feminine it comes off. So we're gonna clean that up too. So. The hair. Like that. Right? So as I'm doing it, if you look very closely, I'm making sure that the lines are not only just being followed through, but I'm not trying to sketch over them. I'm not trying to chicken scratch my way. Don't do that. Make sure that when you're doing the cleaner sketch of the cleaner, this is the cleaner sketch. So we do one line every stroke. Because if we end up sketching, it's going to look messy and we just kind of defeat the purpose of doing this. Now, you may refer to this as line art if you like, but I would not refer to this as line art. It's just a more cleaner sketch because the brush I'm using is a crayon, which is funny as hell. But the point is to capture the essence, not capture the accuracy of the lines. Let's see. Okay, let me see. Every sketch just gets progressively more and more satisfying. Yeah, that's the point. What's the point of doing the sketch after the sketch is to train the brain to be as accurate as possible with confidence, with line confidence. Now you can do two ways of line confidence. You can do the thing where you can keep the drawing how it is and sketch it the way it was, or you can do the thing where you can just like kind of like rotate. A lot of artists, professionals rotate their way through, and that makes it more comfortable for them, for their wrist, or just for their perspective. It might be make them more easier to draw, which it is. I won't say it's not. It's just that it's not something I do too much. I should do it more often. So okay. Okay, so anyway, nothing much, just coming from stream for a bit. I'm not going to stop watching. This live is still over because I like drawing. Okay, I gotcha, that's fine. If you guys enjoy this, please follow or like this. It really would help. There's 14 of you out of the 13, so just leave a like. It does help me out, and I'm trying to get monetized on YouTube as fast as possible, so if you guys can do that, please, I really would appreciate it. I don't like how I did that. Now you can see that there's like gaping breaks, and the reason I'm doing that, a lot of anime or mangaka do this just to keep consistency with lines instead of always constantly frustrating themselves. I think they do this not to frustrate themselves when they're doing lines. So like when they're doing one progressive line, like completely a whole progressive line, and it looks really like odd or too robotic, what they'll do is leave line breaks by going that one direction so they don't have to be so accurate all the time. And then once it looks good, they then connect everything from that point. I think that's what they do, so they can keep the consistency alive without getting frustrated too easily. So like if I had this line here and I wanted to go all the way, I just make sure that everything is going back to the line so it seems consistent. I'm not just making a line, I'm going back to the line. Oh my god, I gotta move this. This is pissing me off now. I do that. Yeah, like and subscribe. Thank you. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you. So, see how much more cleaner our lines are? They're not technically connected, but because your brain can at least make out that the lines are close enough and not off-putting enough, that it looks like a line art to you. So this is a great trick to keep consistency and not lose lose confidence in your line work. And you can keep going without feeling you're being stuck or being stifled because the lines are not looking as great as you think it should be. Hello, Glue Eater. Welcome back, bro. See how this line looks really wonky? It looks really bumpy. We want it to feel organic. We don't want it to be too straight, and we don't want it too bumpy. We want it in the middle of something looking natural, because when it looks too straight on, that's when it looks really robotic, and then you can look at the drawing and be like, why does it look like that? And that's a lot of beginners tend to fuck up on too, because when they, like for the leg, for instance, see how the leg looks bumpy as it goes, but it doesn't look too robotic, and it doesn't look too, it looks more organic than it looks robotic. So we need that blend of two worlds to work. if you try to make it and try to just get the line right, you might get the line right, but it's gonna look really robotic. So keep that in mind. What was the most frustrating thing you ever drawn? Oh my god. The most frustrating thing I've ever drawn. That's a good question. Fuck, that's a good question. Oh my god. Oh, this is okay. This might sound kind of funny, but I guess it's not really funny. But like, it was a drawing I was doing of Videl from Dragon Ball. One of my favorite drawings, but one of my most frustrating because I was trying to make her look between realistic and stylized at the same time. And for some god awful reason, I was able to draw the body just fine and realistically as possible, alongside an anime like style that looks somewhere between realism and anime stylized. And the problem with the drawing wasn't like the body, it was the actual face. For some odd reason, I was trying to resemble or at least capture what I wanted in the eyes. I was trying to copy Akira Toriyama's eyes and it was just not connecting the way I wanted to, so I went my own way of drawing it. Oh my god, it took me like 45 to I think 2 hours just to get the eyes right, and not lining them up, just drawing the eye in general. Which is funny because eyes are my favorite thing to draw because they're the most easiest thing to, I would say, like, it's the easiest thing to produce because eyes could be just literally anything. It could be like, and then we got like eyes are the most easiest thing to produce because it's the same thing over and over again. You can use the same eye and just keep constantly changing it as it goes. I give up on my drawing. I did. I can hear the pain. Yeah, it was a painful. And I think the pain wasn't drawing it. It was just the fact it was the easiest thing I could produce, and for some odd reason, I was not doing a great job on the eye, and it pisses me off beyond anything. I understand it was like the hand or something, but no, it was not even the hands, which is the most ironic part. It was like irony at its highest. It was like the hands didn't give me no trouble. It was the fucking eye. That shit pissed me off. I got the work done and it looks good. It's one of my favorite drawings I ever finished, but it was one of the most frustrating times ever. I can't draw eyes. Is it that you can't draw eyes, or is it that you can't line them up? Because a lot of people confuse I can't draw eyes with I can't line them up properly to each other when it comes to certain angles. Because they look weird or strange or whatever the hell. That usually what plagues most people when it comes to eyes. I can't line them up. Hello, what's something exciting you did today? I guess the closest thing to exciting is getting on stream and drawing for my audience and teaching my students. Literally. Let's see here. Oh, there you go. Now, let me see. It stops about... Oh, wait. Stupid me. Hold on. I made a big mistake. I'm sorry about that. Oh yeah, and another thing that I don't really bring up a lot in my streams when I'm like teaching is the idea of tangents. Tangents are basically lines that just kind of make things look awkward. Like I think here is a tangent because it's like two lines that's crossing that shouldn't be like crossing in a very awkward way. And this is something that really gives me trouble sometimes. Like that. Okay, anyway. I always have a bad day. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Bella, I wish you nothing but a positive night and or day. I'm sorry that your day has not been good to you. I send nothing but positive feelings and positive endeavors on your journey in life. No matter what it is, I hope everything will be okay with you. I'm sorry that your day is not going well. I genuinely am sorry about that. Now, right here is where we're going to push in. Let's see. What's with the question? Nightbot probably just saw you say, yeah, say the same sentence twice. Later. Bye bye. I wish I can be more happier, but I have insomnia. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Maybe the best way to beat your insomnia is working out. Like, if you can't fall asleep, work out. You eventually will have to get tired. That might work. I don't think it's a solution, but it might work. If it doesn't, then I don't know what to say from that point. What are you doing, JR? What are you doing right now, bro? Are you working on something? Okay, let's see. I wish yay, working out helps. I think that might work. I think that's a good idea. I would do that. I would just do a bunch of push-ups to failure and then see how that will. And then try it again if you can't fall asleep. Your body will have to give out eventually and you have to feel tired and you just lay down and just, I don't say the word pass out, but you would at least feel like you want to sleep to a certain extent. I would do that. I think it doesn't help when you're like on like TV. I mean on TV, on the phone. Because the phone's just going to keep you up anyway through your eyes. The light. I think there was a study saying something that blue light keeps you up more. Yeah, I can usually go 3 to 5 days with no sleep. Longest I did was 8. Yeah, you need to probably try that strategy. If it doesn't work, then I don't have to tell you. That's what I would at least try to do if I want to go back to sleep or get some sleep. Because insomnia can be a real bitch, and it can ruin a lot of shit for you. Oh wait, I did that backwards. Okay. People are still playing GTA 5, like the DLC shit. What the fuck? People are still playing this motherfucker? Like, seriously playing it? Like, I know people play it, but I don't know if people should be seriously playing these DLC, because there's some bottom dollar bounties, June 25th, Grand Theft Auto Online. What the fuck? I didn't know people fucking with GTA like that anymore. I can. Last 2 days, how long have you been working on this drawing? Within 50 minutes. Without sleep, it's a pain. Same for like 3 to 5 days sleep without sleep thing, but I think that's my fault for staying 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 up drawing and watching YouTube too much. Yeah, it could be an addictive thing. Pretty addictive to fall into that habit real easily. You just missed. Oh, you missed my response. Let's just say it was a rough day. Let me see. Let me go up. Sorry about that, bro. It's a long story involving police, a potential intruder, cameras, and the Second Amendment. Well, talk about that. It'll probably like, oh shit. I'm sorry, bro. I hope you're okay. You're not hurt, are you? At least tell me you're not hurt. Please tell me you're okay. You're not like hurt or it's not anything too serious, is it? You don't have to tell me directly on chat because I know you want to keep that private, but at least let me know you're okay. I mean, at this rate, I could go for the world record. I don't know. I guess it's impressive, but I don't think that's something you should brag about because like that's your health, yo. But I understand when you're like in a particular mindset or like staying up late could be just so like addictive to a certain extent, or you're so used to it that like it doesn't feel like your health is like, I want to say the word declining or feel like that way. So I can understand where that mindset might come from. This hand. Now this is the I can't sway over Discord. Okay, go ahead, bro. But I hope you're okay though. Okay, so 1, 2. A lot of people when you're drawing hands, I think this is where things go left. So when you're drawing a hand, a lot of people tend to ignore 2 things when it comes to the fingers. It's usually the fingers that's caused people most trouble. It's not even the hand itself. The palm is usually the best easy thing to draw other than the thumb. It's usually the hands. So what's going to cause the problem here is that there's 2 things. It's the width and the planes. Now this is where the problem comes in. Now when I say planes, I'm talking about the actual hand plane. So like, I think I have it right here. So like, let me use an example. So like right here, right? I did the 100 hand challenge thing, and I got so used to drawing hands now I don't even like have a problem with it anymore. So like when you're drawing a hand, the issue that a lot of people fuck up on is like the width of the fingers and the planes. I think that's the second most problem. So as I'm drawing it, I'm making these like square like planes. What makes it look believable is that I'm keeping consistent with the line progression, right? So from a far distance it'll look like a hand. So like I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to make planes of my fingers. So what I'm going to do is this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it feels more believable now because these planes give it a sense of direction. So like that's what I'm saying here. I can't explain over Discord. I'm on my third day right now. Same. I draw hands by looking at the hands as references. Yeah, you can use it as reference. But like when you're drawing the hands, when it comes to individual fingers, you have to make them into planes like that. It feels more believable like that. You see how much more believable the hand looks because I made them into planes first by keeping the consistency with the width. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you're drawing hands like this one here, and I drew this one too. I'm gonna back it up a little. There you go. Because like, let me see. So this is the initial sketch, and this is the more better sketch because the lines are consistent, but I made them into planes long. Like it's, I made them into straight lines most of the time. So that's how you keep them intact when you're drawing. Why do I have the hiccups? What the fuck? It's kind of pissing me off. Yeah, that's how you keep things consistent. Okay, something. Okay, there you go. I just made the face a little bit more smaller to give it more of a feminine look. As you can see from the sketch, there's this small piece of the chin I ignored because I wanted it to be more rounded, but kept the face more pointy. In most cases, most anime girls' faces are pretty pointy or rounded. Is you know what think they're super rounded or they're super pointy. But you don't want to elongate the face too long because if you do, you either make them look much older or much masculine looking if that's the purpose. I don't know much, but let me see. What are you sketching out? So why do I find this immediately after I sketched out my OC? Not really sure. Don't know. Must be fate. Must be. I'm subbing because this is awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hiccups make make me violent. I know. I understand. My hiccups are violent. I'm awake at midnight. Yeah, I'm kind of doing a late night stream myself because I just couldn't sleep tonight. So I was like, I'm not gonna just sit up and look at YouTube videos. I was gonna do some coding practice, but I was like, I know I should have did that instead because JR told me what I should focus on, at least what I want to do for coding. So I was working on some HTML a little bit, and I kind of got a bit bored, which I shouldn't let that be the factor of me stopping, but I was just not feeling it to do it tonight because I'm using Mima to learn how to do a little bit of like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and I'm gonna move next to like Python. So I was just not in the mood today to like actually learn. And I usually like learning that stuff. It's really cool. You can code. That's awesome. I don't think I won't say I know how to code. I'm learning. I think the word knowing is like the term knowing is like I can hold a whole conversation with you on something and keep it consistent completely and know what you're talking about. Like I know certain terms like a string variable and a string variable what's that about a value and all that stuff, but I can't hold a conversation like I did a project or anything because that's something I'm scared to do, but I have to get over myself and just learn how to do it. Do a project, make a calculator, something like that, and just give it a try. I think the problem is not even learning how to code, it's just failing, and I think I gotta get over myself and just like just learn it. You're gonna fail. And I gotta apply what I learned to I teach my students here onto my coding work. So learn Python, and then after Python, you learn SQL to do some data analytic work because I really wanted to get a job as a data analyst. I know that's not like a, I don't think that's a very big job that pays a lot, but it's better than having no job. It's a skill that I think anyone should learn. At least you can do some code stuff. I can barely work on a computer, and I've been around electronics since I was 7. I understand. I'm just scared to like put in work into a project, and then it didn't come out the way I wanted. I think that's what's really stopping me, most cases, and I gotta just get over myself. That's all. And as you can see, as I'm doing the drawing, it looks more clean and consistent than the original sketch, because the point is the lines are not actually all connected. They're connected to a certain extent, but they're not connected as it was line art. And the point of doing this is narrowing the lines as thin and thin and thin to the point that once you use a solid brush, like a G pen or whatever, it feels like you can do the line art without fail. It's guaranteed that when you do the tracing of your line art or your sketch, you're not going to say, why does it look like that after the fact? It's supposed to eliminate that situation alongside the fundamentals that you learned and applied onto the sketch, so you can use your line art. That is the final say, if you're just doing line art alone and no coloring. I feel that, yeah. I've been told to go to bed, but I'll come back and rewatch it. I'll be on later on, because even if I stream, I finish the stream within 20 minutes or so, I'll be back on anyway. I have to teach my students anyway. I was just up because I'm only streaming because I just couldn't sleep. I just couldn't sleep. I just couldn't focus on doing any coding work. I just had to do something that will stimulate my brain and, you know, just keep me. Well, I don't like the ear now. It looks kind of weird. It looks too rounded. I like it when it's like kind of sharp. Bear with me. I'm writing you an essay. I got you, bro. I got you. Don't worry. Take your time. I just hope you're okay. I just hope you're not like in any real trouble that's gonna like alter your life. Cause you're a pretty cool dude. I like people like you keep around in life. You don't get rid of or take for granted. So the fact that, because you was really nice to me to like give me the rundown of what I should do, or at least have an idea what I should do with the whole career thing. So that was really nice of you, and I really do appreciate it of you, and I really value that. So hearing that you're in any trouble kind of makes me feel bad. So I hope you're okay. Let's see here. Okay. Okay, man. Well, good luck. Later, whisper. Oh, whisper. I actually like that. Whisper. It's not whisper. It's whisper. Nice name. I didn't even bother to read the name, so I said that. Bear with me or anything. Good night. All right. True. Those people are rare. Yeah. And he was really nice to me. He was really cool. He didn't have to either. Like, he just was a cool dude. He liked my streams or like my content, and he's a pretty cool dude who just like says hi, and he makes sarcastic jokes and stuff, and it's funny, especially when it has to do like tech stuff, because he works in the tech industry in some form. So it's a valuable thing to have someone like that in your corner, because especially if you're trying to get into tech, they can at least give you a rundown of what to look for and what to avoid, because I think a lot of people have too many certain misconceptions on how tech is just so easy to get into, or like it's, I'm not saying it's not easy to get into, it's not like hard to get into, but it's difficult. I think what tech is, it's like Overwatch. It's easy to do, it's easy to play, but hard to master. And then you have to be on a certain skill level, a certain professionalism, a certain communication type skill, because it takes communication skills and know how to like work around that. You know, so you need to have those, like know how to have those essential skills to know how to talk to people. Learn certain personalities are a little bit more vocal than others. You know, so because you're always going to run to that one person who may think they're a big know-it-all on a subject, which they could be, but because that arrogance comes through, that can be a real, I don't want to say game killer, but it can stifle progress to a certain extent, or make the fun kind of like dampen, you know. True. It can be hard, but you have to learn until you are at least familiar. Yeah, you gotta be familiar with it. And then what's also funny when I was talking to Jr., it's like he said most of it was like 90% like, you know, googling just to make sure you know what you're doing. Not saying you don't know what you're doing. You may have idea, but if you just you need to remember something, you just gotta like look up something real quick, look up the doctrine or whatever case may be. You know. My book is to you is done. Okay, enjoy. Please don't read out loud. I got you, bro. I got you. I'll read in a second. I'll read in a second. But I won't read out loud. But I got you. I got you. Let me go check it. Hold on. Discord. Okay, let me see. Mm-hmm. Just to be clear, JR, I'm listening. I have the bot read out what you said to me in my ear, so I'm listening to what you wrote. Um, it's reading into my ear what you said. So it's not streaming. I'm not streaming this on thing. It's just literally it's a feature that Google has where you can like highlight like any sentence and it can just read out by your choosing what it is. But it's not streaming. I'm not streaming this to like restream. So don't worry. Enjoy. Do you have any OCs? I do have a few, but like they're not totally fleshed out. I am working on one particular character. I'm on the second paragraph you sent me. It was the whole sleep thing. I'm about to listen to that in 2 seconds, but before I do that, because like I'm actually doing my like what these drawings are actually going to be is going to be my Hot Girl Summer 2024 edition again. I didn't think I did that last year. I did that back in 2020, I think 2017, 2018, 2021, but I didn't do it in 2022, 2023. I don't think I did in 2020. So I'm trying to bring it back on 2024. So this is my Hot Girl Summer, anime Hot Girl Summer edition. So they're basically, you can think of it like calendar type stuff. So they're pretty much busty girls that I just draw, who's like in the bikini, in like summer scenarios or a case might be. So that's what this technically is supposed to be, whether they're an elf girl or a demon or whatever the hell. It's just random. It's not really any particular fan art or anything like that. Good. It's a wild ride. I got you. Can you play music? I would, but it's too late. I got people sleeping. I can't play that now. So if you want me to play music, maybe come back in like around several hours from now, because I'll be streaming again the same day. I just am streaming tonight because I just couldn't sleep. As soon as I'm done with the line art, I might have to stop here, but I'll continue this within the stream later on. Hi, friend. Hello. I'm a Mexican. Hello. And I'm glad that you're Mexican. That's cool. Miss February. If you can get a chance to delete AI drawing software from the world. Wait. If you, if you got a chance, I think get a chance or got a chance to delete AI drawing software from the world, would you do it? Um, yeah, I think I would. I think I would, but I don't think I would at the same time. Like, hear me out. I don't like the idea of AI, don't get me wrong, because it's not even taking the job thing. It just cheapens art in general. That's literally how I feel about it. It just cheapens art, right? Whether it's anime or you're doing realistic drawings or abstract work or it can be, I think it just cheapens it completely. It's not even about the whole job thing or job security. Because the one thing I learned about AI or not, um, people are going to like what they like no matter what, right? So there's people who actually, let's use an example like Dragon Ball GT as an example. There's people who genuinely like that show. No matter how bad it may be or badly or poorly written or whatever case may be, there's people who like it, right? And they'll defend it to no veil, right? So there's people who like AI art for whatever their reason may be, and there's people who like drawn work. Like let's put it this way, um, the idea of knitting, like people take the yarn and knit. There's people who still do yarn and knitting traditionally without using the machine, knowing that the machine exists and has been around for like decades. Like the machine has been made like back in like what, the 60s, probably 40s, right? For 40s, early 40s, late 60s, right? The knitting machine, or probably even more earlier than that, right? Um, but there are people who are on TikTok teaching you how to knit with just the needle and just the other thing. I forgot what it's called. So even if AI was existing, there's gonna be people who are gonna pay someone for art anyway. Whether it's a cheaper way, whether they don't want to support the art community, or just maybe they just want something hand drawn because that's just how they feel, right? But yeah, if it was up to me, I would just get rid of AI art because one, it does help with job security for majority of most artists. Two, it doesn't cheapen art. Three, it doesn't give people who don't know how to draw the arrogance of saying, "Oh, now you guys can't gatekeep." We're not gatekeeping. No one's gatekeeping you from drawing. You're just a fucking lazy person who just don't want to put in the time. This is the same thing I was saying earlier about myself. Like, I gotta get over myself saying I don't want to fail. You have to fail. I think Jordan Lee Peterson said, you have to be a fool to become a master at something, right? So, because no one gets everything on the first try. You may get a few things on the first try because it may just come easy to you as a person, depending on what it is, whether it's a game, a sports, a certain technical thing, whether it's science, social studies. It doesn't matter what the subject is. You're gonna get something a little faster than someone else, and someone's gonna get something faster than you. That's just natural. That's normal. We're all people, right? So, I think I would get rid of it for that very reason because it doesn't cheapen the idea of art. It doesn't make art just this push of a button. It's like if I told you being human is easy. It's just a push of a button. It just cheapens and undermines the whole experience of being human. You know what I'm saying? That's what that is. We pray for those people. Yeah, we do. Let me see. I don't like AI, but I don't want to just be selfish. Hear me out. Everyone has a preference. Who I am. I who I am. I to make such a decision. So, it's a yes or no. Yeah, I said that. It's a yes or a no. For me, it's a no. It's a yes. I would get rid of it because it doesn't give people a certain arrogance to think that they can draw. This is why it's not even the drawing thing. This is why I make fun of the people on the commercials when they say Grammarly makes me draw better. I mean, it makes me write better. It doesn't make you write better. It just gives you a suggestion that's usually better than what you originally wrote, and then you just click on that suggestion and you say I write better. You didn't write anything. It's like the same as like it's like let's just say the AI didn't exist, and you're saying, oh, my drawing's better because my art teacher suggested this sentence and I copied exactly what they said, and now you're saying that you took the credit of saying that you drew this. I mean, you wrote this. No, you fucking did not. You just literally took someone else's suggestion idea and then call it yours. You know what I'm saying? That's what that is. It's a gaslighting thing. That's why I don't like the idea of AI, because it gaslights the people thinking that they can do something. But if you took away the AI, they'll be fucking lost. This is why I think they said that we are behind in America, like in reading and math, because I think this has to do not only with the educational system, but in the whole No Child Left Behind program thing that has actually fucked up the education system to a certain extent. But like, I think it's just due to technology, because like, we have phones that autocorrect things we say, and we have speak to text that we don't have to actually write anything. If we just know what that word actually means, or even can pronounce the word, we got the word, right? But if you were to ask anyone without the grammar autocorrect, most people can't write for shit. They don't even know most words. They just depend on the robot's gonna make the suggestion easy for me to write, or it's going to have speak to text so I don't have to write, which I'm guilty of this. I use speak to text all the time so I don't have to write anything out of laziness, and I don't have to write it and misspell. But it does cause problems, because if you mispronounce a sentence or you mispronounce something, it can make you sound insane, right? The GT people, I mean, yeah, I got you, JR. What's going on, GT? What's going on with that? What's wrong with that? No, it's not like nothing's technically wrong with it, but the problem with the GT is it's just not that great. A lot of it's just like how people look at certain Star Wars, like shows, and they just don't consider it canon, which I don't think is considered canon anymore, since Super. I think how fans look at Dragon Ball as Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, and then Dragon Ball Super, and then GT is just another universe that's like parallel to them at that sense. And I think the only reason why a lot of people still brings up GT is because the character designs on Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Vegeta, and Gogeta, and that's pretty much it. I think those are the three reasons why people even bring up GT, because of the character designs and how cool the characters look. I'm not saying that Dragon Ball GT Super Saiyan 4 Goku doesn't look cool, but it's just not canon in my head, in my head canon. To most, it's not. So we just kind of like, we see it as like, I think for most people, they see it like the sibling, or the redheaded child in the room type thing. Like, you're part of the family, but you're not liked very much. We acknowledge you as family, but fuck you type shit. True, it becomes a hindrance. Because like, Dragon Ball GT is a parallel fun. That's what it really is. It's just a parallel universe type thing. That's really what that is. Bro, you just unlocked core memory for me. I failed a second grade spelling test because my sub teacher added K's to everything when she read it out loud. She was like street instead of street. And being silly second grade with me, it was like, did they change the words? I got you, GR. But if that tool is relied on too much, it can be a problem, especially if you take it away. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I think that's the problem. I think technology is a great tool. Don't get me wrong. I love technology too. But like, I think because of we're too reliant on technology, it's making us, I won't say making us dumb, but it's assisting in our dumbness. Because I remember I was listening to once YouTuber way back when, and he said something that was pretty true. I didn't really think about. He was reporting on a kidnapping that happened a long time ago on some girl back in I think the 80s or in the 70s. And he said kids are completely different from the 80s and 70s, because if you look at the kids in the 80s and 70s, you have to virtually remember everything you have to do. Like let's put an example. You have to remember your phone number, right? Because you have to remember your phone number, your street. You have to remember certain like landmarks and stuff. in life. So like if you were to get kidnapped, you have to remember how the fuck you got there and how you get out of there. There's no GPS, right? There's no, technology that can just kind of point you to the direction you need to go. No, you have to remember shit, right? And I think this is why most kids today is kind of fucked, because they have too much to think of, so they make up situations as we are in now. They make up situations. Oh, okay. They make up situations that are pretty much non-problematic and make them bigger than what's supposed to be, because they have too much free time to think about. If you have to think about calling all your friends, you have to remember your birthdays. Because remember, the Facebook, the YouTube, the phone remembers birthdays for you, remembers things for you, it reminds you things, it notifies you, it tells you who last messages you. You know what I'm saying? Like it does most of the thinking for you, right? I think that's where the problem comes in. And when you're bogged down with so many thinking or things to think about, you don't have time for like unnecessary bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Sure, but that can be said about any tool calculators use for. Yeah, the same thing with calculators. I can say that too. The same thing with calculators. That goes for calculators, like calculators, dictionaries, anything, right? If these things didn't exist, and this is funny because if you compare like a calculator or a dictionary, people call you an old-fashioned motherfucker, right? But back in the day, people say to you, if before technology became that advanced, it was like, oh, I don't want to do all that work. You know what I'm saying? It was from no one wants to do that to you're a dinosaur. So like these things evolve and become relics of their own problem, right? Sure, this side of the thing can lead to lesser ability to complex math. With great power comes a great responsibility. A connected world is extremely useful, but it also makes us take it for granted. Yes, that is true. That is ultimately true. And then what's the problem with the granted part is that people who are born into the internet will not understand for the people who adopted who who were introduced to the internet by the jump. So the people who was introduced by the internet by the jump will have a higher appreciation, or at least a certain personality about them on how technology was perceived compared to someone who was born into it and think it was always there, right? So kids today who are like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 will think that the internet was always here. It was always here from the beginning of time, right? So explain to them that, oh, the internet wasn't here 10 years ago, or it wasn't that efficient 10 years ago or 20 years ago. They can't compute that in their head. Just like how you can go up to someone who's been born in the 80s and tell them that certain things that happened in the 40s compared to something in the 80s, they can't, fathom. You know what I'm saying? It makes it easy to remember stuff. I'm sorry, I keep distracting you from the essay I wrote. No, it's fine, it's fine. Let me play it right now in my ear. Let me play this one. Thank you for that reminding me. You're fine. I see why you guys want me to do reactions again. I think you guys like my commentary sometimes. Sometimes my commentary could be a little bit misconstrued sometimes based on what the subject is, but I think I'm usually on point, on topic half the time. What is this button? What is speak message? What is that? Oh, that is. Okay. 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 Damn, okay. bro pulled out the blicky. I understand. Second Amendment all day. I have no problem with that. Okay, let me see. Let's see. I'm gonna hear the third part of the essay. I call it an essay. Mm-hmm. Okay. 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 Heard that part. Okay. He said toasted real. This is why this is why I talk to my nephew so he is aware of this because school wants them. Oh yes, you have no idea. The public I honestly believe this is not an attack on parents, but I really think it's child abuse to put kids in public school these days. These days. Because they are not teaching them anything important. They are fucking these kids up with a lot of insane shit. I would like to get into that, but I won't push off TikTok too much. They 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 teach these kids things that are not important. They're not going to help them in life. Actually, kids are more dumber now and don't know anything about life more than they ever did before. And I think the government is literally working on like depending on that. And what's going to happen, it's going to backfire on them because I'm pretty sure most of you are already heard of the whole draft thing. And they said they're going to be drafting boys between ages what? Was it? Was it 16? I think it was 16 or 17. 17 to 26 or something. And a dude made a video on this very thing, and he said, "You guys are you government is dumb. You already taught these kids how to not respect authority. You think these Gen Zs are gonna go into war for something they have nothing to do with, or something they don't really feel all that proud to go into? They're gonna fight you tooth and nail as like a whole. You already have them in the business of other countries in their head." Trying to fight y'all and trying to force y'all to go into these said countries and fix them as if it's your job. Now imagine they're being forced to go into a war that they didn't have no participation in or don't want no part of. All of them are just going to fucking abandon or fight you in tooth and nail to the death. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of stupid. You teach them how not respect authority. You know what I'm saying? And then they end up being the way they are. You honestly believe that they're going to respect authority just because you put them in boot camp? What they're going to do is protest within the boot camp. Like if they're doing that at their college, who they're paying the college thousands of dollars to be there just to do their stupid protests. Now imagine they're forced to a place that they don't want to be. What do you think is going to fucking happen? Okay, why? This can be for thinking logically and learning history. I like it. Hey, Sophia. I told you some shit went down. Okay, yeah, I'm on the third one where you're kind of contemplating what's going on. I'm on the fourth one. I'm about to hear that in a second. Just want to read what you guys say. Oh, Nightbot's being mean. I'm sorry, Jr. Golly gee, boy. I'm sure. I'm sorry. Okay, it's all right. What do you think of modern art or abstract? It confuses me. Modern art today is ass. I have no problem with abstract art because abstract art is supposed to make you feel a certain way based on colors or just the abstraction of how you feel. It's kind of like one of those what would they call it they use in psychology? Oh my god, ink blots or some shit like that? I forgot what it's called. There's a term for it. I think it's ink blots, but I could be wrong. So they give you a picture of something and they say, how does this make you feel? That's literally what abstract is, right? Based on how you use colors, right? It's supposed to convey a feeling, right? But modern art has gone out the window completely to the point that dudes can literally take like I think there was one where a person took like a trash can and put like literal like trash and call it art and brought it into the museum and it made millions. Like it doesn't make any sense. Like this is just stupid now. It doesn't make any sense. The school I went to actually cared for the students' future, teaching them what they need to know, Texas laws and management. Oh, that makes sense. Good. Texas. Taxes, laws, and management. Good. Yeah, I'm not going to go over well at all. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not gonna go over well at all. Protesting at a boot camp. That's hilarious. I wouldn't put it past Americans. I wouldn't put it past Americans. Like the shit that they're doing, even at the colleges, is baffling to me. And then it's weird because the whole Palestine thing, and then like the Pride thing, and then they come and clash with one another. Its ideologies literally like clashing with one another, and this is what happens. This is what we're all witnessing is the Boris tattoo symbol. It's the snake eating itself. That's really what's happening here. We're witnessing left wing propaganda slash Marxist slash ideology eating itself. It's attacking. It's the battle of who is the more oppressed than the oppressed. So like you take an oppressed person who says they've been always oppressed, and then you take another oppressed person who says they're oppressed, and then you put them against each other. Who's the most oppressed? The one who can get away with certain things is the less oppressed one. Now you're the master of that person. It's it's the oppression Olympics. I think that what Decoy Voice said. That sounds ridiculous. Anything can be art for real. Yeah, anything can be art, and I think that's a problem. Well, no, I don't think it's technically a problem. I think it's based on context, right? But that's a slippery slope, because as soon as I say that, it goes back to the trash can being $1 million, right? Because they can say the trash can represents society and how we look at life and X, Y, and Z, and all the pieces of tissue and the shit stains shows how we look at education or social issues, and it's a slippery slope of fuck. I'm like, where's the days where it took literal skill to just draw a face? You know what I'm saying? Like, where the fuck is that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where's that? Why the fuck does it have to be social commentary every goddamn day? Right? Are you pro-Palestine? No, I'm not for that shit. I'm not even for any of that shit at all. I'm not gonna be for anything I don't know. That shit is crazy. And then it becomes a total nuisance on everyone and everything. No. There's ways to protest. The way new Americans are doing it, they're fucking it all up, and they're going to ruin it for future people who wants to protest in a peaceful manner. Doing this at colleges and shit is not working. It's just not working. It's just like a bunch of people putting themselves at risk. So much so that, and then it's not even just the Palestine, it's the Palestine thing, and then the fucking what do you call it, what do you call them, the climate people. They're just as worse, where they put themselves in front of traffic, or they glue themselves to the cement. That shit is crazy. While anything can be art, there is such thing as objectively good art. Nowadays, people use subjective art to excuse them from yes, thank you. That's what that is. They use concepts, right, or social commentary stuff, and then try to pivot that towards, like, I don't know. They'll use like a Starbucks cup, right, and the Starbucks cup will have blood on it, and what the Starbucks cup is supposed to represent capitalism, and the blood around the cup, the Starbucks cup, is the people who died trying to make the Starbucks cup look as corporate as possible. So not the people who works in the corporations, it's the people outside, like diamond mining, for people who gets for diamonds, blood diamonds like that, or like people who make shoes, like Nike shoes. They're in sweatshops with children, that type of shit. Dude, do not do this. I'm not going to talk about this shit. I don't give a shit about any of that, because this is not a political stream. No, I'm not okay with genocide. I don't think that's cool. But most of these people won't go over there anyway. They'll go to their own country and bother them all day to go into something that has nothing to do with them. And then those same people won't go there. It's kind of funny. What bothers me is people who have never once paid attention to geopolitical made comments like, you're okay with genocide when they never ever been picked up a history book. They will argue until they are blue in the face, but they don't know anything about the issues they scream about. I'm Jordan Butterly, and I know all about it. Great for you. You should go hang out with someone who's into that shit, because I'm not into that shit. I'm not for it. It doesn't really affect me. If you think that's something that's important, you should go into a stream that worries about that, because we're not holding a conversation on that, because it's pointless, because there's nothing you can do about it. Sorry, but that's just how things are. Artextric's talking about Americans. Yes, I'm talking about Americans. I'm talking about in my country, what the people are doing in my country. In a general sense, from the Palestine thing to the climate thing, where it's also they end up fighting with people in pride parades. It's kind of crazy. It's just eating itself. Let me see here. Like here. Okay, well, let me hear what JR said on this one. So, okay, I heard that part. Let me hear this part. How do I do that every time? Oops. Let's see here. Oh my god, so I set up a harmless group shot that would trigger if I put the actor and got back to work. My friend later comes over after I told him what happened, and he clearly thinks I'm overreacting for the person. Everything is okay, and we both had 2 seconds left. I'm sure in the woods nearby. Okay. Okay. Pull this down. Okay, okay, right here. What? No. I'm just reading it to myself. I could not get the thing to work. Oh, there it is. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay. Oh my god. I understand. I also absolutely not here. It's myself defend. Okay, I have no problem with that. Okay. So as far as I see it, do you believe that you took care of the issue or no? sound like not wanting to talk politics. I don't give a fuck. They can go fuck themselves. I do not care. I'm a nobody. No one's gonna care about my opinion. I do not give a fuck. Most people don't even like most of those people anyway, so it's like it's not even bother most people. I do not give a fuck, and I hope they hear this. Hey Kaz, what's going on, bro? Hey Roro. Sorry, repeat that. My headset was dying. I was saying, did you at least feel like you solved the problem? Because as far as I got to the end of what you told me. I feel like you solved the problem, but do you think anything might come up from it, or you still don't know? You think you solved the problem by doing what you need to do? Oh damn, it's one. Yeah, I just felt not that sleepy. Drawing was very enjoyable and relaxing as kid. Now I don't know. Yeah, it's therapeutic. It's pretty good. Drawing is pretty therapeutic. It keeps you focused. You can take your time. You don't have to like overthink things. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to make it more than it's supposed to be. You know, I'm gonna change this foot. It's been bothering me the most. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna change the foot. It just looks really awkward. It doesn't feel like it's just sitting. It feels like it's just kind of floating. So I'm going to erase this. I'm going to try to change the placement. Try my best. Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna go. Yeah. Silver, go get some sleep, bro. I appreciate you coming in. I really do. I was not expecting anyone to actually come into my stream today. I was just, tonight. I was just really, really not tired. So I just wanted to do something, keep my brain kind of like stimulated, and I just felt like streaming on YouTube. I'm not even streaming to the other platforms. I'm just streaming the YouTube Shorts only right now. I'll be usually streaming to all of them at once, but it's not daytime, and it was not those type of streams. I could draw something a lot more riskier now because I'm not streaming to the other platforms. I can get away a lot more on YouTube compared to that on like Twitch or actually you can get a lot away from Twitch too. Twitch compared to TikTok, so I was like, I'm not gonna pick off TikTok, so I just choose to stream on YouTube Shorts. I'm getting a lot more love on YouTube Shorts than I would on TikTok, so that's kind of cool. I kind of like that. My bad, you asked me a question, but my headset literally died right. Oh no, it's fine. I was asking if you think you solved the issue. I don't think you have too much a problem now, since you did what you needed to do. They're all locked and loaded just in case, and changed the lock, so all good. So like you should be more in a safer situation now, especially at this time. I think. Hey, so I just didn't feel like sleeping. I just wasn't feeling it, so I just wanted to do something. Oh, how you been, Mike? What you been up to, dude? You been working on your drawings? I hope so. Trying to figure out. Now I gotta make a whole new sketch on this leg because this was not working from before. It just felt kind of forced. So what I'll do is put her other leg about here. No, you can't see the other leg. It wouldn't make any sense based on the perspective. Or what I can do is make the other foot like here. And have her leg on top of this leg right here. Okay. But then again, that'll look weird. We have to make consistency key, and I think a lot of us forget that part. So we gotta make the leg go like this, so I can have the shape right direction. you go. Something like that. And make this bigger, not so small. Like that, right? So her legs are both looking this direction. Okay. Just like that. There we go. My bad, you asked me. Okay, I read that already. Okay, especially, okay. What part of the West Blue is this? Oh, hey, Zoro. I get it. I get the joke. Okay, I don't know if the issue is solved, but if there is another issue, let's say I have 180 chances to solve it. I got you. I got you. Just be careful. So just gesture of third strike frames. So just gesture of third strike frame. Oh, you're doing strike frames, huh? Like action poses? Or action poses within the animation, if I'm correct. That's sort of why I happen to be up as well. Just was pointing out, Old Faithful. Hey, I understand, dude. Like, listen, a man should never feel unsafe in his own house. So I know that feeling. You should never feel unsafe in your own house. That's the worst thing to ever feel. Because if you can't even feel safe in your own damn castle, paranoia takes over real fast. So I understand. And especially when you don't really have any idea what's causing it. So, like, I understand where you're calling from. Did some Bridgerman, like, studies at the casino? Okay, cool. I think as soon as... I'm actually near done with this. As soon as I'm done with this, I think what I'm going to do... I know I said I was going to do Billy the Kid, but I think I really need to get around and doing my, I need to do my, my skin. I gotta do skin. I keep putting it off. And it's gonna end up biting me in the ass if I just don't, if I keep putting it off. Like I did before, but I don't think I feel as confident as I should. So I'm gonna try to do skin later on today. Now this is our cleaner sketch. I would redo the sketch again just to get a more cleaner version of this, but right now we need to get these feet on the same page, and that's where the problem's really laying. I should have really put more effort in the placement of the feet first before I did the hand. And that's where I think the problem's coming, because our legs don't look right. They look like bowling pins. They don't look right. They don't look natural. And we need to keep that natural ability close to what we're doing. So, like, as you can see, the closest thing here, that this is the reference I have, right? We're trying to capture this reference. Let's see. That. So let me kind of get this right. Damn it. Let's see. Like so, right? We got pretty close, but it's the placement. I may have to just fix this completely for this leg, for the leg to stay intact. So SRY is just a faithful coming down. Yeah, Street Fighter Alex third strike frame. Oh wait, nah, Street Fighter like third strike frames like Alex from Chun-Li. Okay. Your art is amazing, thank you. The reference. Yeah, that's the reference. We got pretty close to the reference, you see? But the issue with mine is that I made the shoulder too long. This part is supposed to be shorter. You can look at it, it's much shorter here. The face is a bit more pointier, but her face is a lot more chubbier and rounded. But I went with a more slender face. Because elves tend to have a pretty slender frame, most cases in their faces. I don't think we did anything wrong with the breasts. I don't think we did anything wrong with the breasts, as you can see. But I I think we captured the butt pretty well, but I think the problem is the hand. The two things is the hand and the legs. The placement of the legs and the hand. And I think I may have to just redo that part completely. So I may have to get rid of this lower half completely. There we go. Because if we can get that right, and the arm's going here, then it kind of starts foreshortening at this point. And everything kind of just like falls in at this point. So what we need to do first is establish the leg first. We don't draw the hand first, because that will cause problems. So we need to fix the leg, and then we'll go for the hand, and then everything should fall into place. So that's what we're gonna do. So we'll go back to my sketch here, right? But we're gonna just focus on the leg alone, because that was the biggest problem here. So the first thing is that the leg is kind of pivoting off the floor. So we need to make sure that the leg, this piece of the high heel is pointing to the buttocks from this particular angle. So actually, I don't put them on the same. Okay, they're a different layer. Good. So just in case I'm making any mistakes, I don't erase everything. So the leg is right here. The back of her hand is flat towards the camera. Back of her hand is flat from the camera, but you had it where it's showing more of the it's showing more of the knuckles and the fingers. That's where the problem came in. So this here, you know what? Better yet, fuck it. So I just keep going back and forth. I'm gonna do this right, so we have an idea what the fuck I'm talking about. There we go. So as you can see, our character is sitting right up here, right? So what's that? I want to draw the feet first, because you want to draw what the object is layered on top of. Because if you keep the consistency of what's under it, everything on top of it will follow suit. You don't draw what's on top of it and then draw what's under it. You can do that if you're skilled enough, but then again, I would recommend draw what's under first and then draw what's on top next. Hello, Juliana. Did I say that right, Juliana? Your art is amazing. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Like that. I appreciate it very much so. Okay, let me get the leg. The leg is about here, right? And it's like touching up. I don't want it to be too like, I don't want it to look like a drumstick. So I'm gonna draw it pretty rudely, or really crudely, just to get some form of molding method into it. Thank you guys, I appreciate it. Thank you. For the 12 of you guys, keep hitting that like button. I do appreciate it. Bring in more people. We're trying to get to a reasonable size of people to follow, so I can do this full time. Like actually do this full time and make some actual money. So I appreciate every last one of you guys just liking and following. You guys are keeping me doing this and teaching as I'm doing and showing my thought process as I do it. Hello, Juliana. Hello, hon. Yeah, you said my name right. Okay. I was making sure I said it right. I don't like kugoha toku. Kohago ko. Did I read that right? Tohago. I think Tohago go. Okay, I think I read that wrong. I think this is like this, and then it's ko. And I think when it doubles, it's just ko, and then this part is, I think it's ha, if I remember right, and then with the T, this is supposed to be 2, but because this, I think this is go. Did I read that right? Where are we? Where am I? Yeah, where are we? Trap those 3 little dots in the top right, and you'll see it there too. Tap those 3 little dots in the top right. You'll see it there. Tap something. Oh, to clarify the like button, but the video is not the heart button. Yeah, the like button. I'm sorry about that, guys. Hit the like button, the thing that looks like a thumbs up. The heart buttons, I think, bring some people, but we need those likes up because YouTube, it tells YouTube, oh, people like this. Let's shoot this out to more people who like art, or like anime girls, or like art tutorials, or art thought processes on how to draw. And I think this part is same thing as ko. If I remember, based on my hiraganas, I think it's ko hago ko. I think. I could be wrong. Zoro doesn't act. Where is he? His everyone else fault. Yeah. I don't think. Yeah, Zoro never makes it his fault. It's everyone else's fault, not his fault. You're not wrong. Actually, when I think about it, I never thought of it that way. He does blame everyone but himself. I used to draw a Boba Cat. Zoro, this is an art channel. Yes, my bad. Must have got lost. It's alright, Zoro. You're perfectly fine, bro. Oh, the One Piece fandom. I love them. Like, the people I'm most chill with when it comes to fandoms is the One Piece fandom. For some odd reason, the One Piece fandom is so chill with me. I have no problems with them in the slightest. I'm not saying I have problems with the other fandoms, but like the ones that really give me no trouble whatsoever is them. Big fan. Can you defeat Mihawk? Okay, so we got the foot. Let's go back to our reference here. Now the foot is the biggest thing because it's closest to the camera. So we need to make sure that keeps in play without it looking too stiff or it looking too odd. So I think it's how it's drawn here. Okay, I'm gonna bring up the high heel a little bit more higher so we can see the slight bottom of it, just a slightness. And then have the, oh, this is gonna look weird because I made it straight. So curve, turn this around like so. So this looks more straight because the foot is supposed to be straight. Okay, there. Let's make sure this is straight like this. And narrow like that. There we go. Oh, that looks kind of weird. It looks kind of broken. Let me fix that. Like this. There we go. About there. Okay. Hey, Grandpa, what's going on, bro? Oh, wait, no, you wanted me to call you something else. I do remember you. You said to call you something. I don't call you Grandpa. It was some other name. I can't remember what it was, but I do remember you. Because I remember the name Grandpa. What brings you back, my dude? I hope you're having an awesome night. Or day, depending on where you are. The like button is more for the algorithm. And that heart is to show streamers some love the moment that they can see. Ah, okay, that's what that's for.
I guess they do it slightly different from TikTok, I guess, then.
Well, the heart button. It's Broski. It was Broski. There you go. That's what I remember. Yes, I do remember you even more now. So I remember your name was Grandpa, and I thought it was really funny. But I'm glad they bring you back, Broski. I hope you're having an awesome night, dude. Thank you for coming in. I do appreciate you. Keeping safe and enjoying the stream so far. Let's see here. That's that. Now, I think I should work on legs after I'm done with skin. Once I really understand skin, I think I should just work on legs. Because it's not legs are hard. I think it's hard based on perspective sometimes, on what you're trying to convey with the legs sometimes. I can draw them standing up, but when it comes to like sitting poses and shit like this, it's always a pain in the ass. Something that look like a drumstick, it don't even look like a leg sometimes. Hey, Xer. Welcome back. I'm just doing some sketch process stuff, nothing too crazy, and giving the audience some insight of what I think and when I'm doing drawings like this, and how I would approach something if it's giving me a hard time. Oh, look at that. I feel... Does that look correct? Oh, does that look correct? I don't think that looks correct. Let me look at the reference real quick. Oh no, it's going straight down. Mine's going straight. Okay, so what I'll do is grab this piece and turn it like this. There we go. That should resemble what we're looking at, right? Right, and let me see our... It's at the apex of the... Oh, okay. So if I draw it like this, connected like this, right? Erase this part. Right. Clean up. Clean it up, clean up, clean up. Okay. One Piece and Dragon Ball fandom seems to be the most welcoming fandom. Yeah, very much so. But if you say some facts that don't make no sense, they will jump on you so fast. Not gonna lie. I think the problem with not technically the problem with the fandom of like Demon Slayer and My Hero, I think it's been hijacked by Tumblr writers or fan fiction shipper peoples. And I don't think there's a problem when you ship characters to a certain extent, but I hate when they try to make the shipping of your like their headcanon as if it's canon. And if you tell them otherwise, they'll argue with you. That shit's crazy. But you're drawing, maybe it does have some effect on the algorithm too. Maybe. When did the stream start? I started like an hour. It's been like an hour and 30 minutes ago. I'll be getting off in a couple, like in probably 10 to 15 minutes. I just wanted to get this leg correct, because we're actually near done. I was just trying to capture what we're trying to do here correctly. Hey Royce, what's going on, bro? What's with that face? Baki versus One Punch Man, who will win? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. We all know that answer. Oh man, I'm still going to burn 2.5 hours today. Light. Aw. Hello, No Name was welcome, bro. Welcome back, welcome back. Let me think. My money's on Baki. My money's on Baki. So my friend told me, and I don't know how serious he was when he said this to me. He said the only reason why Saitama is strong is because he's in a universe that makes him strong, right? So like,
he said something around the lines of if he was in another character's universe, he won't be as One Punch Man. Because since he's like technically a gag character, kind of like a Rayleigh from what was that show that Akira Toriyama written? A Rayleigh? I think it's called Rayleigh. A Rayleigh? I think that's what the anime is called.
Yeah. Let's see. What's your sub goal? My sub goal is to get to, like, realistically, if I have to pick 10,000, because on TikTok I'm 85,000 followers over there. On Instagram I'm 26 or 25. I think 25,000 followers over there. But on YouTube, I'm only 3,000. So my goal is to get to 10,000, at least. I think I can do it, given how fast, like, how YouTube Shorts work. And I should make content again. I said I was going to bring back reactions again. It's just that I'm trying to get all these shorts to catch up with TikTok. So when I post them, they're all on the same wavelength. So when I post on TikTok, it will be on YouTube Shorts. I think that works better. So I can get back to making content again. And when I say making content, I'm not even referring to the shorts. I mean the reactions. I'm referring to like making tutorials again for art stuff, because a bunch of my students been asking, are you gonna make like, you know, tutorials again for like the art stuff? Because as much as I do like your reactions and your streams, it really would help me if you had a video, so I don't have to keep asking every 5 seconds if I don't remember something. I can just refer back to one of your videos, and that's a fair assessment to say. So I said to myself, once we get to monetization on YouTube, which we are close, we're at 1,951 watch time hours on YouTube. The reach on that is 3,000, so I can get monetization at least. Because I already surpassed the sub monetization requirement. I just need a bunch of views for YouTube, and then get my Twitch milestone up by getting an average of 10 people, because I need to average more than 3, and I can't average that many, and I don't know why. I can imagine a lot of people on YouTube, on TikTok, and even on Instagram, but for some odd reason I can't on Twitch. So it's annoying. I'll ask any live streamers, fans, stuff. No, thank you, I appreciate it. But you don't have to, bro. I do appreciate you being in here and supporting. I really do. You don't have to. You know, you really don't have to. But I do appreciate the support. If you choose to, then cool. But you don't have to, though. I don't feel bad. I'm trying my best here, so. And then when I finally get monetized, I can't say it, monetized, when I get monetized on YouTube, I think I'm going to make another channel, and I'm going to post all my gaming videos over there. I don't think that my audience like it very much when I play video games on the art reaction channel. I think it causes confusion, I think, in my head. So I think I should just make a second gaming channel for my avatar, and just throw all my montages over there. So if you guys like gaming stuff, I'll just connect it to that instead. Maybe I should just make this just art, put reactions, make a reactions channel instead. That probably make more sense. Have a reactions channel, have a gaming channel, and have the art channel. I think keep them separate from each other so you guys can pick which one you like the most. Hey, Souls, what's going on, bro? I thought about this earlier, but can Goku sense stands? He can know someone's power level and ki, but does that include stands? Not saying see, but sense. I guess that makes sense, because remember, in Dragon Ball Super, or in the Gods movie, if I remember right, when Goku goes Super Saiyan God, when he's in red, there's no energy. Or something like that. So I guess he can sense that. Right? Like he
he can't sense energy from, I guess, Beerus, because he's a god. I love your Cult of the Lamb game. Really? Really, you do. You're funny about that. I have a video that's coming out soon, and I was contemplating putting it on the stream. Maybe I should put it on my I might put that on my gaming channel because I have a bunch of montages that I did from Genshin Impact to Cult of the Lamb to what was the other game? Helldivers. I have all the Helldivers clips. I have all the Cult of the Lamb clips. I have all of them, and I was gonna edit all of them and just throw them on my gaming channel so you guys can check that out instead. I don't think I'm gonna put it on this channel because I think it would just cause too much saturation and confusion. Xer, my brother, and he's playing VR right now. Oh, cool. Yeah, do it. Gotcha. Cult of the Lamb is pretty fun. It's fun to watch. It's fun to watch. The game is fun. I wish what kind of made me mad a little bit about the most latest update I heard about Cult of the Lamb, that they're going to have multiplayer, but the problem with the multiplayer thing, you have to play locally. You can't play online, which was the biggest fumble ever. You couldn't play online with your friends. You guys couldn't do online. Like, that would have been great to have, like, it's just co-op, right? So it shouldn't be that hard to have, like, one friend come join your cult or whatever case may be, to come help you and aid you in your fights and stuff. They should have did that online. I didn't know you did Genshin Impact. Yeah, I played Genshin Impact. I played a lot of games. Hold up. Let me see. Hold on. I have Skullgirls. Okay, I know most of you love the Monastery Assistant one I did. I got Monastery Assistant clips. I have Skullgirl clips. I have Helldiver clips. I have Genshin Impact clips, funny ones. I have Lethal Company clips. So they're gonna be a mix of things and see which one sticks, gaming-wise. It's gonna be fun. I would like to see what you guys react to on the gaming channel. And tell me what you guys think. If it was funny or not, was it lame, or case may be when it comes out. Damn, W Anatomy Sketch. Thank you, I appreciate it. Sorry it's so far, so close up. There you go. I agree. Let me see. Okay, let me see. Hi. But why did you add a Gant? Why not? Hey bro, face reveal? No. The closest thing to a face reveal is probably my VTubing studio, my VTubing model. So let me show you, like, here. Like this one. This is the closest thing, I guess. Unless you saw the reflections, hell was already over. But yeah. I use this little guy to always help me do my streams and stuff like that. But I'm not streaming to any of the platforms right now because I'll be usually streaming to all other platforms all day. I stream to all platforms at once, but right now I'm not doing that. I'm just streaming to YouTube. Because YouTube is right now is pretty successful on YouTube Shorts. I like YouTube Shorts. You guys are a lot more nicer than people on TikTok. People on TikTok are just fucking crazy. Not saying there's no crazies that comes in YouTube Shorts, it's just that it's just too much fucking kids over there. Be very careful with black screens. Yeah, at night, no, I know. It tends to reflect. I know. That your robot? Yeah, that's my VTubing model. And the little guy next to it, that's a gift from my rigger who rigged my VTubing model. I made him, I drew the VTubing model, and my rigger just made him animated so I can use him to move. You got the second hand face reveal. There you go. Yeah, the reflection version. Okay, that's a mascot or an energy food. It's is that a Genshin Impact reference? Is that emergency food? Energy food. Emergency food. Uh, he is from Hokai Star Rail. I never played the game before. Actually, you know what? I should get these videos up and running because I really want to play um, Zero Zen Zenless or Zenless Zone Zero. Fucking weird name. I really want to play that game. I was so fucking annoyed that they never bothered to like give me access to it at the time. So I'm kind of prepared this time to want to play it on stream. Let me see. Kids probably. Okay. Too many kids. But do you play Roblox? Please tell me. No, I don't play Roblox. I'm sorry. No, I think there is no kids. Well, on TikTok, I think there's a bunch of kids on TikTok, and they get offended at everything I say. Stop swearing. If there's kids are, well, I already put this stream as not for kids, so they shouldn't be in here in the first place. This is not for kids type stream anyway. If you happen to be a kid in here, then whatever, but you're not supposed to be in here anyway. Let's see. Please. No, I don't play Roblox, sorry. No. It just never appealed to me to play that game. I'm sorry, I just don't see Roblox as worth my time to play. I don't really see the hype, to be honest. Maybe it's just bias on my behalf, but I just don't really see it worth my time. Let me see here. Same. It looks so epic, but my storage is filled up with Genshin. See, that's the problem I have with these gacha games. They take so much space after a while. Cause like at first, when you first get it, when it first comes out, it's like what, 20 gigabytes, and then for every update, you're already like 40 gigabytes, and you have like 200 something plus gigabytes, and it's like games are getting way too big now. Oh shit, I think I drew the leg weird. Hold on. Okay. Most Roblox games are ripoffs and discount dollar bin versions of actual games, which is totally a legal gray area. I've heard that. I've actually heard that. I've returned master. Hey D20, how you been, bro? Nice to see you again. And also, do you play Minecraft? Nope, don't play Minecraft either. I'm sorry. I know some of you may find that disappointing, but I don't play Minecraft. I find Minecraft very boring. I know it's probably fun to play with friends. I think that's where the fun actually is, but like something about Minecraft never clicked with me either. My sister loves that game, but I just can't play that game. It just doesn't really appeal to me. I think it's just because I look at it like Legos to a certain extent. Let's see, my computer is pretty old. What? I've never played CS:GO, but I can see myself playing that. I play games like that. I'll play first-person shooters, scary games. The only type of games I don't play is something like Roblox or Minecraft. I don't play sports video games. I don't play 2K and all that shit. I think that's kind of pointless. The reason I see it as pointless, I know some people might find that like. Let me explain. The reason why I don't play sports games is because I kind of look at it, because I keep myself athletic, right? So when I play a sports game, I kind of feel like I should be just playing it for real with my friends, right? That's how it feels to me. I always felt that way as a kid. So I have this mentality, is like, I wouldn't play a sports game because I can just, play sports outside with my friends or something like that. But when it comes to like something like Call of Duty, you can't just shoot people and run around stuff in real life. So that's where the differentiator comes in, you know what I'm saying? By the way, when we can talk in comments, will you please pin me? No, I'm not gonna pin you because you asked. There doesn't have to be a good reason for me to do that. to be fair, most games are good with friends. Most cases, yeah. I'm a bit late to the live. I'm going to try and catch up in the drawing aspect. Hey, no problem, bro. Take your time. I have Minecraft, but it's really creepy with creepypasta. Oh, you have a creepypasta mod? Is that what that is? I have to disinstall Genshin Impact these days. I understand. I'm about to do the same. I think I'm going to disinstall or take out Genshin out for a while and then replace that with Zero Zone Zenless. I feel like that'll be a lot more fun of a game to play compared to Genshin. Genshin is like now kind of like, and I got into the game too late, so I can say I have a bit of a bias. Let me see. So, Artextric, how do I get you in my Helldiver squad? And will you will you not get killed? I definitely can jump on Helldivers these days with you. I can probably jump on Helldivers with you these days. And don't worry, I won't get you killed. My mod, she got me killed several times. And I don't think she did it on purpose, but it was really funny and good content that you guys will see in the long run. Can you pin me where the thing? Comments. Oh. Okay, do you play Warzone or Valorant? I play Valorant. I did play Warzone before, but that was on Xbox. But now I'm on PC. I never bothered to download it because of the fucking... It's not because it's Warzone, it's just because of the memory. Because I know Warzone's big now. Like, it's fucking huge. It's really huge. Sorry, I'm constantly cursing. I'm not trying to curse every 5 seconds. I'm sorry. I know it's huge. Like, the memory is... That was the only reason that caught me from not really downloading it. I think he really doesn't want it. It's for kids game. Okay. Have you played... No, I have not played Honkai Star Rail, sadly. Funnily enough, because given that I have a gift from my rigger for that game, I have never played it. I think it's a turn-based game, if I remember right. I think it's a turn-based game, like Final Fantasy, to a certain extent, how the game is played. I do swear a lot, so I probably mute myself. I try not to curse too much, because I know that YouTube allows you to curse now again, but like I think they don't like it when you obsessively keep cursing. I think they age restrict you after that point. I think. So I'm not trying to curse too much. Or not excessively, because it just sounds childish after a while. Let me see. Let me see. I do swear. Star Rail is pretty fun. I kind of like the JRPG mechanics. I should give it a try, but hey, you should play Roblox though. It is so fun. Nah, not really, bro. It looks fun to me. Oh, I can't play that. I looked at it. My little brother was playing. He was showing me this, Five Nights at Freddy mod, and it happened to be I don't even think it was a mod. I think it was literally like a game mode, of like Roblox, or something. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, I'm just like, it just feels like something for kids to me in my head. Just the way I look at it. Like, based on even on the avatar itself, I just see like a kid's game. Not saying it's bad for anyone to play it if you're an adult or whatever. If you want to play it, play it. It's just not for me. I don't see myself playing that game. I wish system in Star is way better. Okay, at least I heard. Guys, Master Rogueway fans is 8-year-olds. Okay, I feel like you should be so much more famous than what you are. Trust me, and that is a compliment. I understand. I did do the gaming thing way back in my old days, back in 2013. but I realized why I wasn't so successful when I was doing my content creation. It was just that I didn't take my audience seriously, or took my skills too seriously. I kind of just like, I had that mentality like every other beginner YouTuber at the time when Pewds was like blowing up and stuff, when people was getting to know who PewDiePie was and Markiplier. I think everyone was under the impression of like, oh, if they got money and they get famous playing video game, I can do it too. And that's where I think the saturation of the market really got real bad, because the problem is that anyone can play video games, but not everyone can be like a successful streamer. You can be, but like, it takes dedication. It takes knowing your audience, know what's best for your stream. You have to think like a businessman to a certain extent, but also be genuine with your audience. So don't try to treat them like pay pigs. Like, they'll support you. Just be good to them. Be nice to them. Be honest with them. Be, genuine with them, and then things will go out fine. But if you're trying to treat them like they're like these corporate entities, it's going to come off really disingenuous pretty fast. So you gotta treat them with respect. Are you going to play GTA 6? I do want to play GTA 6. I kind of want to see if it's woke or not. I know it took a lot of memes throughout the past that has happened in the last 8 to 10 years now. So they have a bunch of like references that's gonna happen. But like, people say it's gonna be woke, other people say it's not gonna be woke. So I'm kind of wondering if it's gonna be woke. And even if it's woke, I just hope you can still play the game as if it's like a normal GTA game. Cause like, I don't even think people give a fuck about the story like that. I think people just care of like, what can I do in this game compared to the last game, and that's really my care. It's like how woke it is and what can I do and what I can't do compared to previous games. What will make this game different, and what will this game look like? I'm kind of wondering what this game looks like, because I haven't seen any like actual gameplay footage or like anything. There's people say there's stuff that's leaked, but I don't know how real that truly is. Let me see. Bro, say my comment. Let me see. I already read that part. I forgot. I can time people out. Yeah, you can. Bro, this is the story how I met you. I was on other lives, Creek's live, and he won't notice me. When I skipped, I saw you, and I decided to comment, and you saw me like all streamers ignore me, but you. No, I'm not gonna ignore you. As long as you're not being disrespectful. Even if you ask a question, I don't think it's gonna be like. I try to give people the benefit of the doubt when they come in my stream, even when they're trying to meme. I try to at least give them a chance, because they might be just kidding around, and that's fine. Because like, I draw anime girl, so it's gonna bring a reaction. It kind of comes with the territory. It'll be dumb on my behalf to expect everyone to be just this wholesome mannered person when they see a big busty anime girl. Like, I know they're gonna make jokes, or they're gonna make their comments, or whatever the case may be. It's just that it's not the level of disrespect towards the drawing or anything. It's just if they're here to genuinely watch, or they're here to genuinely learn, or they're here to genuinely just like, have fun, but like keep it, civil. Just keep it civil. You don't have to be fucking like you don't have to be a gentleman, but just keep it like be adult. Like, make your comments, or make your sarcastic terms or sayings, but just keep it respectful towards my mods and myself, and just don't be a nuisance. Have fun, but just don't be a nuisance, that's all. And try to be on Nightbot's good side, because usually Nightbot just doesn't give a fuck. But it's good to have you in here, broski. They have a streamer in GTA. Who's the streamer? Stacy is just asking you about Roblox over. I don't know why. See, that's what I'm talking about. I tried giving them the benefit of the doubt, and I already read that. I don't know why they keep asking me about Roblox. I said no, I'm not gonna play it. Actually, if people on Roblox act like that, that just makes me not want to play even more. You're kind of just like justifying what I'm thinking. Like, this is for kids. I know that Souls plays it. I'm not saying he's a child or anything. This is not an attack on him. I'm just saying as a general statement, but it's not towards him as a person. So I know that Souls plays it, so I'm not insulting him. I'm just saying I just kind of see it like a kid's game, the way based on aesthetic. Kind of like it kind of reminds me of the old MMO games for kids back in the early or late 2010s. Like, yeah, the early or late 2010s, like Wizards 101. I think that was one. What was another one? There was another one for kids. I think it was like Club Penguin. I kind of look like Club Penguin. Wizard 101. What was that other one? There was another one for kids. I can't think of it right now. Or like Dofus, I think it's called. That's why I'm the biggest fan. Okay, yeah, good thing you notice us. Unlike other streamers, I understand, broski. That's why you're my biggest fan. Aw. Hey, bro. Hot. Thank you. The story that I just heard is an exact same story I heard. I had to find you literally the same thing. I found John accident, and I was the best accident of my life. Aw. Awesome. Awesome. Let's go. I think we just need to be nice to people. Just gotta be nice to people, and then hopefully they'll be nice to you back. Sometimes they won't, because it's not really towards you they have a problem with. They just have something going on in life. But, you know, it just happens that way. Bro, I can't find the perfect pose in my bed. Oh, I gotcha. I know how you feel. You just can't find that perfect spot to fall asleep. I think that's usually just because the room is hot. I usually think that it's just maybe the room's just hot. Put on the fan and go to bed. I'm sometimes one of those people who turn on the fan on myself, go to bed, and put myself under the covers. I know that sounds crazy, but I think a lot of people do that and they don't like to admit that. I know it's like it's a waste of energy to do that, like to turn on the fan and then be under the covers. But I don't know. I know it's a weird thing to do. I don't think it's a sane thing to do. I don't think at all, to be honest. But Roblox was released in 08, just telling you. Well, you kind of proved my point. Like early 2010s, late 2010s, but like even though that was close to the 2010s, you kind of proved my point there. It was close to the early 2010s. It's like 2 years away from 2010s. Even though it's not in the era 2010s, it's the closest to the early 2010s. I never heard of Roblox at all in 08. I've heard of Roblox like probably a year or two ago. I never knew of his existence till later on. Actually, the only time I heard about Roblox the very first time is when I ran into a YouTube video where a guy was explaining something about you can make money on Roblox by selling items, just like if you was on the Steam page, like in Steam where you can make money, like in what do you call it? And Team Fortress. Do you know what not really what that is. Do you know? Don't know what that is. I co-own a gaming store, and let me tell you, it's making me hate the current generation. I understand, bro. I understand. I got you, bro. I know. And it's sad. And the sad thing, and the worst thing, you can't even be mad at them. You can't be mad at them. They just don't understand. It's the corporate shills, and it's the corporate people who made this happen. You know what I'm saying? Who supported and pushed certain things to these kids, took away certain things that these kids should have known about. Like it's literally the corporates. Do you know, dude? Why do you keep asking that? Yes, Stacey Stacey acting that he's an adult. It's an emotional support stuffed animal. Okay, cool. Let me see. Do you? No, I don't know. I didn't watch. I don't know what that. I still don't know what the fuck that skibbity toilet thing is. Isn't that just some stupid song? Or some shit? Isn't it like a remix of a song? The Skibbity thing? I think this looks a lot better. But I think the problem is it's here. What's the issue here is that there's no curvature. You need to get rid of this. And that's where I think the problem's coming in. Yeah, here. We're supposed to curve this part like this. And then it's supposed to, yep, up there. Dude, stop doing that. Oh, I'm gonna kick you out of here. Stop, Eclipse. Please stop doing that. That is really annoying. Stop. I'm not trying to be rude, but please stop doing that. I don't know why people do that. It's just the most weirdest thing ever. To repeat the same thing over and over again. What does that do? Bro, it's a whole series of Scooby. There's a series on that? Why is there a series on that? Why is that a thing? I might get one for my anxiety, and I love it. Is that American? Okay, great. I'll see you later. I'm going to go sleep. Okay, later, souls. Have a good night, bro. Keep safe. Love having you in the stream. Hope to see you again, my dude. If you have any questions, I don't know if you're still subbed, but if you have any questions, please let me know. Or I check if you're still subbed. I didn't get to do that yet. On TikTok, I'm saying. Oh no, but Skibby Toilet is at episode 74 and 75 is coming up. What the fuck? That is so weird. What? Why? Why? Maybe things are just different. I'm just old. I'm just an old head. Let me see. Even their memes suck. Yeah, even their memes suck. Cameras died. Yeah, even the memes suck. I understand. Artextric's, it's daytime for us. It's 4:57 p.m. because I'm live in Philippines. Oh, it's 4:57. It's 4. Oh my God! It's 4:57 p.m. for you. It's 4:58 a.m. for me. You're literally like what 10 hours from me. You're 10 hours. So when it's 3 o'clock for you, 3 p.m. for you will be 3 a.m. for me. So when it's 3 a.m. for you, it's 3 p.m. for me. Okay, thank you. Now I'm staying. Okay, gotcha. What the hell did I just join? I'm just doing artwork. I'm holding conversation with the stream. Okay. What that shoe? There's that part too. Then straight down here. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. There's this part here. Clean that up. Straight like that. Okay. 2 a.m. here. Okay, Scooby Toilet is fun. The clock always go viral. Let me see. Now I'm staying. Bro, there is like 5 Alliant characters, cameras, speaker, TVs, toilets, and no, that is okay. I'm from the South Africa. Oh, cool. Welcome. Nice to have it from South Africa. 4 a.m. here. 11 p.m. or 11 a.m. I'll say probably a.m. I fell asleep with my phone turned on because of my fingerprint unlock. I'm sorry about that, bro. I'm so sorry about that, no name. Yeah, be careful next time. Just to let you guys know, I do stream to Twitch. I'm not streaming to Twitch right now because I usually be doing that for my students half the time. But if you guys do have Twitch, please follow me on Twitch because I'll be streaming later on today. We're near done. I think I fixed the foot problem to a certain extent. Okay, hold on. Gotcha. That thing has been bothering me the most. There it is. And then make this cleaned out. Okay. Erase this. And then make this pointy. Focus on like that. Okay. There we go. So it's a little bit better, but it needs to be parallel, I think, with this. So there we go. Keep it parallel like that. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, let me see what you guys are saying. I'm sorry about that, guys. I fell asleep with my phone turned on because of the fingerprint unlock. Okay, let me see. Stacy, it's weird that you repeat that bullshit. He said he don't like Skippy Toilet and he's choice. And to watch it, it's your choice to watch it. And he says he's not trying to be rude. Please stop. Yeah, please stop repeating. Please. Hello, Kenny. By the way, I'm on my mom's account. Okay, cool. Cool beans. But just stay, like, I'm not really for the Skibbity Toilet thing. I'm not even sure what that is. No attack on you, but please don't repeat yourself every time because it's just really annoying. It's like, why? It just makes me not take you seriously when people do that. This is why Nightbot exists, because people just keep repeating stuff, and Nightbot gets on them pretty fast. Okay, let me see. Hello, Kenny. Oh, that explains it. That's our very committed to the bit. Okay. Anyone got oil? Hey, America. Okay, I get it. I get it. I get it. It's a George Bush joke. I get it. So I got oil. Okay. Like that. Now I'm gonna go for the hand, and then actually, the next one is the foot. The foot under it we need to reach. So here, and then like this, right? And then curve it like that, and then the foot should follow. Oh wait, the issue is that the length of the foot has to be almost the same right here. So there's some room going here, and the foot is sticking out like that. But my green tablet is on my dad's tablet. I got oil. America, I always see those. It's funny. Yeah, it's funny. Anyone got better players? Okay. Any African questions? No, not really. I'm just kind of surprised that my if what you're saying is true, if you're actually from Africa, that it's and it's going to Africa, I'm kind of surprised the algorithm is going that far off to Africa. I thought they go more locally within the country. I didn't know they go outside the country sometimes. Well, it does sometimes, but I didn't know all the way to Africa. I think the only person that watches me that's far away is people who are like in Britain or like Italy, and then that was like the furthest, I think. I didn't go all the way to like Africa like that. Let me see. Who's your top one fan, Artextrist? Is it you? I think it's you, my bro. It's you, broski. Let's go. I have certainly not stealed 826 letters from you, America. Are we not doing music? No, not tonight, because I'm about to get off in a couple minutes. I just wanted to get this leg correct. This part is kind of messed up because based on what we're seeing here with this part, we're trying to get this part, because remember this leg is up here, and then the foot is just kind of, this is the part of the leg and this is the bottom of the heel and the second, the bottom of the heel's here. So getting this angle is kind of tricky because that's what I'm trying to get here, but it's really tricky. I don't know if I can do it. I'm gonna try, but I don't know if I can do it. Let's see, subscribe. Thank you. I appreciate for the subscribe. My D&D One Piece artist is from South Africa. Cool. So awesome. I apologize for my grammar and spelling mistakes. It's perfectly fine. You're good. But no, I'm not playing no music today. I'll play a little bit later on today when I want to come back on stream in the daytime. I was just streaming because I couldn't sleep and I just wanted to get something out of the way. Keep my brain stimulated. No! Not broski. I'm sorry, bro. Nightbot doesn't like when they spam like emotes. Oh, that's crazy. I can do that? Oh, I can turn on light? That's cool. Kind of useless if you ask me. Let me see. I apologize for my grammar and spelling. Okay, I read that already. By the way, when I graduated, my teacher gave me my role, and MT role was a future artist. Oh, okay, cool. Cool beans. Okay, so I'm going to put this finger about here and then open this part, and the finger's about here. I'm gonna say about here. Alright. We need to capture this piece of the hand. And this finger's sticking out by itself as the other thumb goes here. Pretty good, but not perfect. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn this down. Turn this completely down like this. Down like that, right? Okay. I'll get this blue so I can see it. So we're gonna zoom in. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get this curve it like that. Have the thumb out like this. Right. Have the thumb out like that. Have this push in. Oh. Get the finger is about here, and then put the loop. So that's 1, 2, 3. Like that. Make the hand look a little bit more pleasant. Get that hand in there. Right. Make sure that the finger's not too widened. Okay. There we go. I'm spam on this video. Sorry, I felt that the chat for a bit. Okay. It's alright. It's alright. Random news. There is a new flesh-eating bacteria in Japan. You can die in 48 hours. What's it called? What's the bacteria called? I'm gonna sleep for a bit. Okay, I'm about to get off in a couple of minutes, so I'm just trying to get this hand in here, and then we can continue this later on in the stream. Do you know what's this called? This is a new one. See the fingers way too wide? We need to fix that. So what we're gonna do is that what we need to pull down is the, there you go, about there. Alright. There you go. And then what we're gonna do is fix this finger, this pinky. Get the pinky and put it about there. Now it doesn't look very, let me clean it up. Just clean it up. Stop being lazy. like way a bit longer. It looks kind of weird. It's kind of long. There we go. Now this finger is a little too wide, so we're gonna grab that, push it in a little bit. Actually, this is too long of a finger. There we go. Because this finger in the middle should be the longest. About there. Like a bit longer. There we go. And then, now it doesn't feel awkward or strange. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Let me see. No way the peer pressure you into another 80 minutes. It's sunrise. LOL. Two Campbells are eating a clown. One says to the other, "Hey, does this taste funny to you? Have you ever watched Hell of a Boss before? Hell of a Boss? You're not talking about that Has-Been Hotel spinoff. Is that what you're referring to, or no? The STSS bacteria. Okay. It's some form of staph infection that eats your like skin. But when I make a YouTube channel of my own, I'm gonna do a face and voice reveal at 1,000. Oh, that makes sense. Go ahead. That's only 4 fingers. No. The other finger's right here. The thumb is right here. It's actually being covered. It's actually being covered by the back of the leg here, based on our reference. That's our leg. Yeah, right there. Zoom in. So her fingers here. You know what I'm saying? Like this 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 is right here. It's hiding behind the leg. So that's why I'm trying to make mine a little bit more visible. But it looks like it's broken, so I need to fix that part. Oh wait, no, it shouldn't be that far away, it should be more closer. So make it more like this. There we go. Like that. Fix. And then put the knuckles about here. There we go. And up here, like that. Now, I think they look a little bit too manly, so I'm going to slender them a little bit more. Fix this part. Like that. But we're seeing too much of this thumb, that's the problem. It's supposed to be like just hidden enough for you to know that the thumb is hidden. Well, there. That's much better, I think. And then, because she's wearing a black glove, you can't see the line that's going through that. Okay, let me see. It's a spin-off of The Hotel. It came before, yeah, it's called, yeah. I think they're like assassination, like they're like assassins who does hell's work. Who people need to go to hell or something like that, I think. Busy pop animation, let me see. But I wish that no hurricanes hit Brazil, and I want to know why. Why? That's so random. Why? Let me see. If you don't like it when dude, don't do that. What is wrong with people? It's stupid. Why do they do such things? I don't see the thought process. Is it just because you said? Is it just for the sake of being like, I can do it and there's nothing you can do? It's very American. Like, it's kind of on brand, to be honest. You can't tell me what to do, Copper, you pig. Are you American? Yes. Goodbye now, bro. I'm going to sleep. Okay, later, Quacky. Quack, 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 quack. Quack, quack, quacking. Oh, wait, I'm not supposed to show this part. I'm supposed to fix this part here, because the hand is supposed to be going in like this. Like that. That's pretty close, I think. Mine's a little bit more stretched out, but that's pretty close. Now, let me pull this out right now. So, it seems like curve like this, right? So I think it's like that. Mine's kind of similar, but a little more bent in. Kind of looks broken, so I have to fix that too. Hands still look kind of weird, so I'm going to curve that again. There you go. Goodbye now, bro. I'm gonna go sleep. Okay. The reason why I do not want hurricanes to hit Brazil is because one of my robot planes live in Brazil. Okay. I hope they don't. Let's hope it doesn't happen. Okay, give the. I am just a fan. I'm British. I gotcha. Maybe block out the hand. The reference is fully understanding. Okay, maybe block out the hand on the reference to fully understand the angle. Oh, wait. Oh, this is the problem. Grab this. The fingers is about here, right? Erase this. Make this long. Make this too fat. Okay. That's it, right? And then like that. And then bring this here. Oops. A little too skinny there now. Okay. Let the thumb be on here. There we go. This is the pointer finger. If I remember right, the pointer finger is smaller than the ring finger and the middle finger. There we go. Okay, that looks a little bit more believable the way I have it compared to having it on the drawing. The point is not to be exact with it. The point is just to be as close. So when you make any changes, it doesn't feel like it's, you know, you can be pretty liberal with it. Okay. Sorry for your loss. Bro, N6 though. Let's see. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to stop here. It's 5:20. I'll continue this later on in the next stream. I'll be streaming later on in a couple of hours or so, in the next like 5 to 6 hours or so. So I'm gonna continue this later on. So if you guys care for this, just come back in the next 5 to 7 hours. I'll be on around 1 p.m., maybe the earliest 12 p.m. It's 5:21 now, so it's like that's 5 to like 6, 7 hours from now. Wait, what are you streaming from? What country? I'm streaming from the U.S. I meant for being British, but it was a joke. Jack, come on, you can't fool that type of humor. Fuck. Oh god, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. Okay. All right, guys. Have a great night. I'll see you or morning. I'll see you guys in a couple of hours and all that great stuff. So if you have any questions or you want to follow, please follow and hit the like. I do appreciate it, you guys. You guys got me the 34 likes. That's the highest I've ever seen on a stream. So I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. That is really cool. I do appreciate you guys. And we have a total of 10. That's awesome. I would like to bring that type of number over there on Twitch so I can get, some actual affiliation. So with that said, have a great night. Love every last one of you guys. Thank you for your awesome questions and keeping me company. I do appreciate every last one of you guys. I'm going to finish this off in the next 5 to 7 hours. And I'll work on another drawing with skin. That's going to be the next focus. And then I'll eventually draw Billy the Kid for the Zeros and Zenless game. So with that said, I'm out, guys. Later. Have a great night. Bye-bye. Later, guys. Thank you, JR. Thank you, No Name. Thank you, Chessa. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, D20. Thank you, Mohit? I think it's Mohit. Mohite. I'm going to say you Mo. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, it's over. Later, guys. Bye-bye.